Imagine a world where there are no heroes, only villains, the smartest minds, the cruelest hearts, the most dangerous powers, all in one place. All are fighting to be the last one standing. Joker's laughter echoes. Light Yagami writing in his Death Note. Homelander's eyes begin to glow. Darth Vader ignites his saber. Griffith smiles like he already won. No rules, no limits, no mercy. This isn't about good versus evil, and it's evil versus evil. Who survives? When fiction's most evil villains fight each other, the Joker versus Light Yagami, what happens when pure chaos meets pure control? The Joker, a walking disaster with no plan, just vibes. And Light Yagami, the cold, calculated mastermind who kills with a pen. This isn't a battle of fists, it's a battle of minds. At first, Light thinks it's easy. He finds Joker's real name, writes it in the Death Note, and waits. But nothing happens. Joker's laughing on live TV, setting a building on fire, dancing in the flames. Turns out, that wasn't his real name. Joker knows he's being hunted, he doesn't know who's doing it, but he can smell control from a mile away, so he flips the game. He starts sending out fake names, causing chaos just to get a reaction. And Light, he starts slipping. He starts writing faster, getting messier. Joker doesn't need to win, he just needs Light to lose control. In the end, Light's world is falling apart. He's paranoid, obsessed. The calm is gone. And Joker, still laughing, because in a world ruled by order, all it takes is one bad day to make even the smartest man lose his mind. Verdict: Joker doesn't beat Light, he breaks him. Homelander versus Sauron 1 is a modern-day god in a cape. The other is the shadow that swallowed Middle-earth. Homelander, the golden boy of Vout International, has laser vision, unshakable pride, and a temper like no other. But Sauron? He doesn't need lasers. He controls minds. And worse, he never really dies. It starts with Homelander hearing about a giant flaming eye trying to rule the world. Naturally, his ego can't handle it. He flies straight into Mordor, heat vision blazing, ready to tear down Barad-dûr. He doesn't expect resistance. He's used to everyone being afraid. But Sauron doesn't flinch. No voice, no body, just presence. He whispers directly into Homelander's mind. Doubt, insecurity, paranoia. All the things Homelander hides under fake smiles and camera flashes. Homelander lashes out, destroying everything in sight. But the more angry he gets, the stronger Sauron becomes. Because rage makes you reckless. And Sauron doesn't fight with fists, he corrupts. In the final moment, Homelander stares at the eye. It's not attacking, it's waiting. And slowly he lowers his fists. Because now, he hears the voice in his head saying, "You were never loved, but I see you." Verdict: Homelander doesn't get defeated, he gets owned from the inside. The boy who wanted to be a god just met the real thing, and this god doesn't share power. Hannibal Lecter versus Anton Chigurh. What happens when the quietest killers cross paths? One is a refined genius who dines on his victims. The other, a ghost with a coin and a captive bolt pistol. Hannibal Lecter meets Anton Chigurh, and it's not about who's faster, it's about who gets inside whose head first. They meet in a quiet bar, no witnesses, no music, just silence. Anton orders water, Hannibal sips wine. There are no threats, just mutual observation. Hannibal speaks first, calm, polite, curious. Chigurh doesn't answer. He watches, then comes the coin toss. Anton flips it, places it on the table, call it. Hannibal smiles. "You think fate decides who lives?" he asks. Chigurh doesn't blink. It does. But this isn't just a game to Lecter, it's a profile. He's reading Anton's breathing, his twitch, his silence. Within minutes, Hannibal sees it all. The trauma, the logic, the cold belief in chance. Chigurh, confused by Hannibal's calm, starts to feel seen. And that's dangerous, because Anton's power comes from being unreadable. The second Hannibal understands him, he owns him. Anton reaches for the weapon. Too late. Hannibal already slipped something into his water. He never planned to fight fair. Verdict: Anton Chigurh plays by chance. Hannibal Lecter plays by design. And when design meets randomness, it eats it alive, slowly with a nice Chianti. Voldemort versus Griffith, the Berserk. Two names feared across their worlds. Voldemort, the Dark Lord who split his soul to escape death, and Griffith, the fallen hero who sacrificed everything for power. Both command armies, both betrayed those closest to them. But what happens when betrayal meets obsession? It starts with Voldemort sensing a disturbance, something darker than death itself. He follows the energy to a strange realm, one not built on spells, but on sacrifice. Griffith appears, calm, flawless, not a single crack in his armor. Voldemort hisses threats, wand ready, Horcrux is hidden. But Griffith doesn't attack. He simply watches. Because Griffith doesn't fight with power, he fights with destiny, and in his world, Voldemort isn't feared. He's just another piece on the board. Voldemort launches spells, Avada Kedavra, fire, curses. Griffith walks through them untouched. He's already made his sacrifice, he doesn't die like normal men. Then it happens, the sky tears open. The God Hand watches. Voldemort feels fear, not of death, but of irrelevance. Because in this world, even splitting your soul isn't enough. Griffith doesn't kill him. He simply offers Voldemort a truth he can't bear. You gave up love for power. I gave up everything. That's why I win. Verdict, Voldemort feared death. Griffith became something worse. The boy who lived wouldn't stand a chance. And neither does the man who feared living without control. Darth Vader versus Sosuke Aizen. This is more than a battle of power. It's a clash of control. Darth Vader, the fallen Jedi who crushed galaxies with the Force. And Sosuke Aizen, the master manipulator who fooled an entire soul society and never even raised his voice. Both were betrayed. Both became the betrayers, but in this fight, only one walks away. Vader arrives first, his presence heavy, the Force swirling around him like a storm. His breathing echoes in silence. He senses something off. Someone is here, but they don't feel alive. Then Aizen appears, calm, hands behind his back, his sword still sheathed. "You reek of pain," he says. Vader raises his lightsaber. No talk, just war. Vader attacks with the Force, throws debris, chokes the air itself. Aizen doesn't move, because Aizen isn't really there. Vader's already caught in Kyokusugetsu, Aizen's perfect illusion. He sees enemies where there are none. He hears voices from his past, Obi-Wan, Padme, Luke. But Vader's rage is too strong. He cuts through illusions with sheer power. He finds Aizen, strikes. But Aizen planned this. He lets it happen. He falls, just for a second, then smiles. "You think pain makes you strong," Aizen whispers, "but all it makes you is predictable." Vader hesitates just long enough. Aizen finishes it with one move. He doesn't destroy Vader, he rewrites him. Verdict, Darth Vader is powerful, but Aizen doesn't fight power, he plays with it. In the end, Vader becomes just another puppet in Aizen's game. Because in this battle, strength couldn't win, only control could. Black Noir, The Boys, versus Patrick Bateman, American Psycho. On one side, you've got Black Noir, a silent assassin with super strength, deadly precision, and absolutely no mercy. On the other side, Patrick Bateman, Wall Street's clean-cut psychopath who kills for fun and still makes it to dinner reservations on time. One hides in the shadows, the other hides behind a business card. It starts at an elite rooftop party in Manhattan. Bateman's sipping his drink, admiring his own reflection, when he hears a sound no one else hears. Noir is already in the building. No words, no warnings, just target acquired. Bateman at first doesn't even feel threatened. He's dealt with hookers, co-workers, and homeless men. Just another nobody, he thinks. But when he swings his axe and Noir catches it with one hand, the smirk disappears. He runs. He hides. He tries to outsmart Noir. But this isn't a Wall Street game. This is survival. Bateman leaves voicemails, writes in his journal, starts to lose it. He doesn't know if he's imagining it or if Noir is really always one step behind. Then one day, Bateman walks into his apartment, the lights are off, and Noir is already there. No screams, no speech, just silence. And then nothing. Verdict. Patrick Bateman talks about murder. Black Noir just does it. In a world of killers, the loud ones die first.